Hey, Mel and Chris, you guys have been together for a long time. How do you both manage to keep your individuality and personal interests alive while being in such a close marriage? I sometimes feel like I'm losing myself in my marriage. You want to take that or you want me to?
No, let me hear what you have to say to that.
I don't think this is a marriage problem. I think it's a you problem. There is no reason why you should lose your identity to your marriage. In fact, the single best way to grow your marriage is to grow yourself. And if you feel like you're losing yourself in your marriage, that is a massive wake-up call that your purpose for the next 6 months needs to be bettering yourself. Whatever it takes to either improve your health or improve your happiness or improve your sleep or carve out time to be creative again, to learn something new again. That's not your marriage's issue. It's yours. And your marriage will get way better when you start to focus on becoming a better version of yourself. Anything you'd add?
Yeah, just that. I mean, it's an excellent point and question when I think about even a lot of the men that I have spent time with who...
Can you give everybody a little, what do you mean men you've spent time with?
I host a men's retreat called Soul Degree where a couple times a year, 12 of us circle up in a remote location and spend 5 days together diving into the things that matter. And often one of those conversations revolves around our own needs and identifying our needs. And even to the point where there are men who haven't taken the time to even identify what might be, let's say, a hobby that actually fuels them. And so this concept of keeping your individuality and your personal interests alive and looking after you is not always so intuitive for people to be able to actually zoom out and say, okay, yeah, this, even if they're not thinking about how do I remain individual in my relationship, it's the zoom out and sort of seeing or taking the time to determine these are things that I need for myself, which will naturally foster that sense of chasing your own interest.
Well, what ends up happening if you don't do what Chris is telling you to do, which is maybe you've never even asked yourself, what do I need? What am I interested in? What are some things that I want to do with my life? Because this may be a newsflash to you, but you were not put on this planet to just be somebody's spouse. And if you don't have a purpose for yourself, you will resent your marriage because you'll blame your marriage for the fact that you don't have a purpose that is individual. And if you don't know what that purpose is, I will tell you what it is. It's making yourself your purpose, improving yourself, investing in yourself, forming better habits, taking a class, spending time with your friends. If you make bettering yourself your sole purpose for the next 6 months, it will improve your marriage because you'll stop looking at your marriage as the solution to your unhappiness. And you'll see that you are always the source of your happiness, that you are the solution to any problem that you face. And when you get happier and when you grow, you then bring all that back into the marriage.
The guys out there are like, oh, okay, so now I should just go play 72 holes of golf.
Yeah, within reason. You got
within reason. I was thinking, like,
but here's the difference. That doesn't mean pack up your golf bags and drive away for the weekend. It means sitting down with your partner and going, I've realized something. I've really lost myself in my role as as a spouse and as a parent. And I, in the next 6 months, am going to do some work to try to improve myself and focus a little bit on my health and my happiness. And I want to do that because I want our relationship to get better. And one thing that I've really missed is being able to play golf on the weekends with my friends. I'm lonely. Would it be okay if I take off Saturday and I'm gone all day? And I go, your spouse would be like, oh my God, please, because you're driving me crazy and you're sad and I would love to see you happy again. But there's that consideration of once you understand your needs, communicate. Communicate.